Hello and welcome. Welcome to a new class. Welcome to class number 70. Yes. Yesterday, class 69. Today, class 70. We still have a lot of classes to go, but slowly we're progressing. Slowly we're making progress. And today is a special day. Well, not really. But today is a special day because I'm wearing my uniform. Voy de uniforme hoy, eh? No voy de paisano. I'm wearing my uniform. After this class, I have an important meeting, and I need to go dressed in my uniform. Now, every day, every year, I wear a suit less and less. But today, why not? I prefer not to change after the television program because I need to leave in a hurry. Con prisas, in a hurry. Pero aquí vamos con prisas también con el inglés, pero no, sin prisas, pero sin pausa. Eso sí. Slowly but surely, step by step, improving your English. Okay, review from the last class. Camera 1, translation list. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, let's start. Number 1. No hemos perdido nada todavía. We haven't lost anything yet. We haven't lost anything yet. Fijaos cómo puedo alargar las frases o las palabras mismas. We haven't lost. El inglés es un idioma de fluidez silábica. El español, italiano, los idiomas latinos suelen ser de staccato, de sílabas más cortantes. El inglés es como un río que fluye. Okay. El español y el italiano son como rápidos. We haven't lost. We haven't lost. We haven't, cae V en medio. Haven't, Javier, haven't. We haven't lost anything yet. Hierba, hiedra, hielo, yet. La Y inglesa, la famosa, ya famosa, por culpa mía. Y inglesa, yet. We haven't lost anything yet. Lo vi con mis propios ojos. I saw it with my own eyes. With my own eyes. With my own. Propio, propios, propia, own. O-W-N. Como verbo es ser dueño de o poseer. Tengo una casa. I own a house. Pero aquí es propio. I saw it with my own eyes. Y fijaos en la pronunciación de own. Ourense, own. I saw it with my own eyes. Tienes que pagar el precio, amigo mío. You have to pay the price, my friend. You want to learn English, huh? Really? Do you really want to learn English? Well, if you want to learn English, then you have to pay the price. And the price includes 3 elements: time, money, and effort. And you have to invest all 3. Perhaps in different amounts, depending on which amount you spend the most. The more time, the less money. The more effort, the less time. The less effort, the more time and money. It's your decision, but all 3 components are essential. Some people can learn English with very little money, but with a lot of effort and a lot of time. You make the decision, but if you don't invest copiously in at least 2 of those 3 elements, you're never going to learn English well. Tienes que pagar el precio. You have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. Number 4. Es muy hermosa esta ciudad. This city, en inglés empezamos con la ciudad. This city is very beautiful. This city is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. This city. Yes. But Maria is even more beautiful. So, I love to see the city because the city is very beautiful. But I prefer to spend my time with my floor manager, okay, who is more beautiful. So this city, como se ríe de mí? This city is very beautiful. Okay, number 5. Vestido tan formalmente, haciendo el, ¿cómo decís en español? Haciendo el ganso. All right. Llegarás a ser famoso algún día, mi amigo. You'll rima con tirar, pull. You'll become famous someday, my friend. You'll become famous. Why? Because you are very talented. En inglés decimos talentoso, como los sudamericanos. You're very talented. You'll become famous someday. Y cierra la boca con la M de Sam, siempre, para que no suene al día domingo. Sunday. Someday. You'll become famous. Become. Become, became, become. You'll become famous someday. Okay? And when you become famous, you will realize that it's not fun. Que no es divertido. It's not fun. Te darás cuenta. You'll realize that it's not fun because you will lose your private life. Everybody will recognize you in the streets, and you won't be able to go incognito, okay? So you'll have to behave, portarse bien, in public. Because everybody sees you, and everybody will whisper about you. You'll become famous. La pronunciación es famous. Nervioso, nervous. Famoso, famous. Celoso, jealous. Envidioso, envious. Siempre las terminaciones son así. No olvides lo que te dije. Don't forget what I told you. Don't forget what I told you. Eso no es lo que quiero. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Lo compraré cuando tenga suficiente dinero. I'll buy it when I have enough money. ¿Por qué siempre ella dice tu nombre en francés? Why does she always say your name in French, Richard? Why does she always say your name in French? I don't understand why. Why does she always say? Auxiliar aquí, verbo aquí. Why does she always say your name in French? Okay, well, we have another teacher waiting, but I'll be back in a few minutes to continue.
Thank you, Richard. Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah, and I'm back again with all of you. I hope you're ready for today's review. So let's get started. But first, as always, let's say hello to my student and my guest, Annette. Hi, Annette.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, we're going to start with the verb to cost. Okay, remember it's a verb that's irregular, right? So irregular verb. Here we go. Did your house cost a lot of money?
Yes, my house cost a lot of money.
Perfect. Muy bien. Did a coffee cost less money a few years ago?
Yes, a coffee cost less money a few years ago.
Muy bien. Very good. Yes, a coffee cost less money a few years ago. Did your computer cost more than 50 euros?
Yes, a computer cost more.
Did your computer?
Yes, my computer cost more a few years. More than 50 euros.
Okay, bien. Okay, I'll repeat the question.
Yes, please.
Did your computer cost more than 50 euros?
Yes, my computer cost more than 50 euros.
Perfect, muy bien. So remember, to cost is the presente de infinitivo, to cost. Pasado, igual, cost. Okay, so this book cost 20 euros. Did you buy a computer last year? Yes. How much did it cost? It cost 500 euros. Remember, cost en el pasado. Verbo irregular, igual. Presente y pasado. Cost, cost. Do you have a cell phone?
Yes, I do.
Okay, muy bien. Okay, yes, I do. Or,
Yes, I have a cell phone.
muy bien. How much did it cost?
It cost 120 euros.
Muy bien, very good. So do you have a cell phone? Yes, I do. How much did it cost? It cost 150 euros. Muy bien. Okay, next, we're going to continue now to our translation list. Here we go. Remember, repeat en voz alta, out loud, with Annette and with me. No hemos perdido nada todavía.
We haven't lost anything yet.
Very good, muy bien. We haven't lost anything yet. Lo vi con mis propios ojos.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Perfect, muy bien. I saw it. Saw, vi, pasado, verbo irregular. I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. Tienes que pagar el precio.
You have to pay for the price.
Pay the price.
You have to pay the price.
Eso es, muy bien. Okay, good. So when you pay for something, you pay for the book, you pay for a car, but you pay the price. Eso es como frase hecha. Pagas el precio, to pay the price. You have to pay the price. Es muy hermosa esta ciudad.
This city is very pretty.
Okay, good. Pretty or hermosa?
Beautiful.
Yes. Okay, muy bien. So hermosa, hermoso, beautiful. Pretty más bien sería bonito. Right? So bonito, pretty, but this city is beautiful, hermosa. Llegarás a ser famosa algún día.
You will be famous someday.
Okay, good. You will be or you will
You're-
become. You'll become.
You'll become famous someday.
Okay, very good. So llegar a ser, convertirse en. Llegar a ser is to become. So you'll become famous one day or someday. One day, someday, iguales. No olvides lo que te dije.
Don't forget what I told you.
Muy bien. Don't forget what I told you, not what I say you. Nunca, we don't say I say you. I told you. Esto no es lo que quiero.
That's not what I want.
Perfect. Muy bien. That's not what I want. Lo compraré cuando tenga suficiente dinero.
I will buy it when I have enough money.
Okay, good. When I have.
I will buy it when I have enough money.
Okay, muy bien, very good. So Annette, ¿qué hizo Annette? Annette usó la contracción. When I've enough money. Aquí el verbo tener no usamos la contracción. I have. Okay, separamos. No hay contracción ahí. Si dices cuando tenga, when I've got. Okay, ahí está bien. Okay, but we want when I have. Okay, so I'll buy it when I have enough money. Ella siempre lleva ropa extraña.
She always wears strange clothes.
Muy bien. She always wears strange clothes. ¿Por qué siempre dice ella tu nombre en francés?
Why does she always say your name in French?
Perfect. Why does she always say your name in French? Muy bien. El programa durará hasta la próxima semana.
The program will last until next week.
Perfect. The program will last until next week. Él lee más rápido que la mayoría de la gente. The last one I'll do. He reads faster than most people. Okay, good job. Keep practicing at home and I'll see you next time. Back to Richard. Bye-bye.
Okay, welcome back. To do the shopping, to do the gardening, to do the washing up, to do many things, to do homework, to do housework, to do the dirty work. All of these things we are going to do on camera number 1, con tu permiso, with your permission, we'll change to camera number 1, okay? All right. In your house, who does the shopping? Who does the grocery shopping? When I was growing up, my mother did the shopping, always. I remember my mother did the shopping. Tuesdays was the day for big shopping. My mother had her own special vocabulary. And I always remember my mother. In the morning before I went to school, she said, "Oh no, today I have to do the big shopping." To do the shopping. Hacer la compra. To do the shopping. And my mother usually went, my mother didn't work. She was a housewife. My father worked and was the breadwinner. Se dice así, el ganador del pan. Sin embargo, en vez de earn, decimos win para esto. ¿Quién es el ganador del pan de la familia? ¿Quién es el sostén de la familia económico? My father was the breadwinner, but my mother was the custodian of the money. She was the economic and finance minister of my house. And every day she went shopping, to go shopping. Ir de compra, to go shopping. O hacer la compra, to do the shopping. And every day she did some shopping, but not much. But every Tuesday she did the big shopping. And I remember very well, a lot of bags, paper bags, not plastic bags, of groceries. Groceries son comestibles, ultramarinos, cosas que compras en un supermercado are groceries, okay? In fact, when I was growing up, the word supermarket was not so common. People said grocery store in the United States. I think in England they said something similar. And even today, still, most people say the grocery store and the groceries. The things you buy when you go shopping every day for food and other elements for the house are the groceries. To go grocery shopping, to do the shopping. Now, to do the gardening. Who does the gardening in your house? Do you have a garden? Who does the gardening? To do, hacer gerundio, to do the shopping, to do the gardening. Okay? That expression is more British because especially the English people, they love their gardens and they love to spend time doing the gardening. They don't like to spend much time doing the shopping. In fact, many times the man does the gardening and the wife does the shopping. And in some families it's the opposite. The husband does the shopping and the wife does the gardening. The verb is to do the shopping, to do the gardening. Me, now I don't do the shopping. My wife does the shopping. Me, the gardening, I don't do the gardening. My wife does the gardening. But in my house, the gardening is once a week, pouring some water in 5 plants. That's all. So to do the gardening in my house is quite simple. To do the shopping is a bit more complicated because we live in an area of the city in which there aren't any supermarkets or grocery stores, except a small grocery store near the house. And we live on the 2nd floor. We have to go up 2 flights of stairs, 2 vuelos de escalera. En inglés se dice vuelos de escalera, no tramos de escalera. Okay, we go up 2 flights of stairs and there isn't an elevator or a lift. So if we're carrying a lot of groceries, if we do the shopping, and we have to carry the groceries home, we have to walk up 2 flights of stairs. We live in a convent. Yeah. The convent is converted into living units. And so we don't have an elevator because the frailes, convento de frailes, the friars didn't have an elevator in their convent. And now we live in the attic of the convent. And so when we do the shopping, we have to carry the groceries home by ourselves. But it's good exercise to do the shopping, to do the gardening, to do the washing up. Now, less and less. Now people have dishwashers in their kitchens. They have dishwashers. So when they finish a meal, they simply put the dishes in the dishwasher. Sometimes they rinse the plates and saucers, the dishes, a bit in hot water to take the food off, and then they put them in the dishwasher. Yes. And so most people don't do the washing up. However, I remember many years ago, before my mother had a dishwasher, she and my father washed the dishes together. They did the washing up together. My mother washed and my father dried. My mother washed the dishes and she handed, to hand is dar con la mano, she handed the plate or the saucer or the cup or the glass to my father and he dried it. So they worked as a dynamic duo together and they did the washing up. Okay, to do the washing or to do the washing up. And me, sometimes I helped my mother, but I was only 6 or 7 years old at that time, because I remember when my mother had her first dishwasher, and that was in 1959. 1959. I remember perfectly, okay, because I showed the dishwasher to the neighbor, and I remember that neighbor moved to a different city in 1959. So, to do the washing up, to do the cleaning, to do the house cleaning. Who does the house cleaning in your house? Do you do the house cleaning? La limpieza general de la casa. The house cleaning, yeah. The housekeeping is another way. Mantenimiento en general de la casa. The house cleaning, the housekeeping. Who does it? Who does the dirty work in your business? In my business, sometimes I'm the president of my company. I'm the chairman. I'm the big boss. Soy el gran jefe. But sometimes I do the dirty work. Yo me mojo. Huh? Yeah, here, talking on television. Me. I don't need to do this. I could delegate these tasks to other people. But I do it, and on the radio too. Yes, and I give classes to normal people. Sometimes I do the dirty work too. It's more fun. It's more interesting. Okay. Our sponsors have a few words to say, and then I'll be back to finish this segment before you see another teacher. Okay, we have 1 minute. Question: who does the shopping in your house? Who does the housekeeping in your house? Who does the washing up? If you don't have a dishwasher, lavavajillas. If you don't have a dishwasher, who does the washing up? Who does the housework in general? Los quehaceres domésticos, the housework. Who does your homework? Eso sí que es diferente. Homework son deberes académicos o de aprendizaje. Housework, to do the homework, to do the housework, very different. Pero cuando decimos homework, solemos personalizar. My homework, your homework, etc. Who does your homework for English? Do you do it? I hope so. Because if you don't do your own homework, vamos de cráneo. Okay? So you need to do your homework and to study a lot. Okay, I'll be back after a few minutes after our next teacher to continue.
Hello, hello, welcome. Thank you, Richard. My name is Fitz, and thank you. We are here again with Javi España. How is Javi España today?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Are you fantastic?
Yeah, I feel comfortable here.
You feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Una vez más, I feel?
Comfortable.
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 Comfortable. Okay, are you ready for some questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Dispara.
Okay, Javi, does your neighbor do any gardening at weekends? Any gardening?
My neighbor does
Muy bien.
some
Gardening.
Some gardening
At weekends.
at weekends.
And una vez más.
My neighbor does some gardening at weekends.
Muy bien. ¿Y cómo se dice gardening en español?
Labores de jardinería.
Okay, very good, very good. Does your brother do any homework on Saturdays?
My brother does some homework on Saturdays.
Muy bien. Una vez más.
My brother does some homework on Saturdays.
Okay. His brother does some homework on Saturdays. Does your brother do? Does your brother do any homework on Saturdays? Yes, my brother does some homework on Saturdays. Do you do any work in the mornings?
I do some work in the mornings.
Okay. Do you do any work in the mornings? Yes, I do some work in the mornings. He does some work in the mornings. I do some work in the mornings. You do some work in the mornings. He does. Do magicians do any magic? Do magicians do any magic?
Magicians do some magic.
Okay, ¿y cómo se dice en español? Do magicians do some magic?
Los magos hacen magia.
Okay. Do magicians do magic? Yes, they do magic. Yes, they do magic. Do you do any exercise on Saturdays?
I do some exercise on Saturdays.
Very good. Una vez más.
I do some exercises.
¿O exercise los dos?
Okay. Exercise, I do some exercise on Saturdays.
Very good. Okay. Do you do anything crazy on Sundays?
I do something crazy
Okay.
on Saturdays.
On Sundays.
On Sundays.
Okay. Do you do anything crazy on Sundays? Yes, I do some crazy things on Sundays. Does the President of the United States do a good job?
The United States, the President of United States, does some
Does a good job?
does a good job.
Y una vez más.
The President of United States does some good job.
Does a
Good job.
A good
That's
job.
a good job.
job? Very good. Does the President of the United States do a good job? Una vez más.
The President of United States
Of the United States.
of the United States does a good job.
Does a good job. Does he do a good job? Does he do? He does. He does a good job. Does Fernando Torres do fantastic things for the Spanish team?
Fernando Torres does some good things,
Some fantastic things?
some fantastic things for the
Spanish
team,
Team.
for the Spanish team.
Una vez más.
Fernando Torres does some
Fantastic
does fantastic job
things for.
for the Spanish team.
Una vez más. One more time. Javi.
Fernando Torres does fantastic things for the Spanish team.
Very, very good. Okay. Does Fernando Torres do fantastic things for the Spanish team? Yes, he does fantastic things for the Spanish team. Ahora en casa. Does Fernando Torres do fantastic things for the Spanish team? Muy bien. He does fantastic things for the Spanish team. Okay, Javi. Do crazy people do crazy things?
Crazy people do crazy things.
Very good. Do crazy people do crazy things? Crazy people do crazy things. Muy bien, una vez más.
Crazy people do crazy things.
Very good. Okay. Do crazy people do crazy things? Crazy people do crazy things. Ask me if my sister does a good job.
Does your sister do a good job?
A good job. Okay. Ask me if my sister does a good job. Does your sister do a good job? Una vez más. Ask me if my sister does a good job.
Does your sister do a good job?
Very good. Okay. Yes, she does a good job. Una vez más. Job.
Job.
Job. Very good.
Job.
Ask me if I do a lot of thinking before these classes.
Do you do thinking?
A lot of.
A lot of thinking before these classes?
Very good. Una vez más. One more time.
Do you do thinking?
Do you do a lot of?
Do you do a lot of thinking before these classes?
Very good. Okay. Ask me if I do a lot of thinking before these classes. Do you do a lot of thinking before these classes? Yes, I do a lot of thinking before these classes. Ask me if Vaughan Systems teachers did a good job last year. or Vaughan Systems?
Did Vaughan Systems team
Teachers.
teachers do a good job last year?
Very good. And one more time.
Did the Vaughan,
Did Vaughan.
did Vaughan Systems teachers do a good job last year?
Excellent, excellent, Javi. Ask me if Vaughan Systems or Vaughan Systems teachers did a good job last year. Did Vaughan Systems teachers do a good job last year? Yes, they did a good job last year. Ask me if Maria does a good job.
Does Maria do a good job?
Yes, Maria does a very good job. Ask me if Maria always does a good job.
Does Maria always do a good job?
Yes, Maria always does a good job. Does Maria do a good job? Yes, she does a good job. Does she always do a good job? Yes, she always does a good job. Ask me if our students do a lot of homework.
Does
do.
Do our students do a lot of work?
A lot of homework.
A lot of homework?
I don't know. I don't know. But you must do a lot of homework. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Okay, welcome back. Whose, camera one, whose camera is that? It's Aprende Inglés TV's. Okay, well, let's change to camera number one. All right. ¿De quién es? Eso lo hemos visto 1000 veces, pero vamos a verlo 1001 veces, porque es necesario. Porque los españoles nunca aprendéis esta forma de hablar, no sé por qué. Whose pen is this? It's mine. Whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? This pen? It's mine. Whose ring is this? This ring? It's mine too. Whose pencils are these? Whose pencils are these? Es una estructura, la manera de formular esta pregunta requiere una estructura curiosa para el hispanohablante. ¿De quién son estos, estos lápices? Whose pencils are these? Se admite, whose are these pencils? Whose are these pencils? No he dicho esa frase en mi vida. Whose are these pencils? Ni creo que lo he oído nunca. Lo he visto en los libros de gramática y no suena mal y es correcto. Pero la gente dice, whose pencils are these? Whose pencil is this? Whose pencils are these? Whose pencils is this? Whose pencils are these? Whose tie is this? It's mine. Whose cup is this? It's mine too. Whose paper clip? Es un clip. Whose paper clip is this? It's Maria's. Whose watch is this? It's mine. Whose cell phone or mobile or telephone? Yo siempre digo telephone. Whose telephone is this? It's mine. Whose papers are these? Whose papers are these? They're mine. Many of the things here are mine. Whose pencils are these? They're Maria's. Whose ring is this? It's mine. Now, I'm putting on my ring. And now, I'm putting on my watch. Okay, now, when this class is over, before you have dinner or before you do anything, I want you to walk around the house, your house, and I want you to point at objects or touch objects. And I want you to say, whose cup is this? Whose window is that? Whose pencils are these? Whose chairs are those? Que son 4. Todo empieza por whose. W-H-O-S-E. Whose. And then this, that. Dentro del alcance, tocando, o fuera del alcance, señalando. Con singulares y luego plurales. Otra vez. Whose pen is this? Whose camera is that? Whose pencils are these? Whose lights are those? Okay. Are they yours? Are they mine? Are they his? Are they hers? Are they ours? Are they theirs? Are they Pepe's? Are they Manolo's? Are they Ines's? Are they Carlos's? Are they Blas's? Are they Bruno's? Are they Mr. Obama's? Are they Mr. Sarkozy's? Whose pencils are these? Are they mine or are they yours? Whose chairs are those? Are they yours or are they Maria's? Whose lights are those? Are they mine or are they Aprende Inglés TV's? Con apóstrofe S. Whose cup is this? Is it yours or is it mine? Es tan fácil hacer estas cositas en tu tiempo libre. Sin embargo, la mayoría de vosotros no lo hacéis. Pero este pequeño ejercicio tan simple paga unos dividendos tan claramente positivos que no hacerlo es de idiotas. I think you should follow my recommendations and the suggestions and recommendations of the other students to study, but especially the best way to study is to say aloud, en voz alta, the sentences and the questions, the interrogatives, the affirmatives, and the negatives that you hear me say constantly and that you hear the other teachers say constantly, repeating them again and again. Whose pencil is this? Punto seguido. Is it yours or is it mine? No menosprecies la sencillez de estas frases, porque os reto a decirlos con espontaneidad y con claridad en una situación real de comunicación en un país de habla inglesa o con visitas de fuera. Whose pencil is this? Is it yours or is it mine? Whose pencils are these? Are they yours or are they mine? Whose chair, whose window is that? Is it yours or is it mine? Whose chairs are those? Are they yours or are they mine? Parece sencillo, y lo es. Pero incluso lo sencillo es difícil si no lo practicas. So, practice, practice, practice. Whose ring is this? Whose watch is this? Whose tie is this? Whose eyes are these? Whose camera is that? Whose fingers are these? Whose door is that? Whose windows are those? Yes, whose pencils are these? Whose shirt is this? Whose microphone is this? Yeah. Is it mine or is it yours? Is it his or is it hers? Is it ours or is it theirs? Whose microphone is this? Whose pencils are these? Whose camera is that? Whose lights are those? Whose book is this? Whose finger is this? Whose watch is this? Whose ring is this? Whose pen is this? Whose cup is this? Whose camera is that? Whose television is that? Whose door is that? Hasta tenerlo con una agilidad tan dramática que puedes hasta impresionar a propios y extraños. Es la forma en que se domina un idioma. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes after our next teacher to finish this class.
Hello everyone, thank you Richard, and I'm Natasha, your teacher. Today, I'm here with Nacho, who's going to give you a very, very, very good tip to learn English. How are you, Nacho?
Hello, fine, thanks, and you?
I'm fine. Did you study a lot for today's class?
Oh, a lot. I study all.
How many hours?
How many hours? Wow, I think all the morning.
Wow, all morning.
No, about
Wow.
2 hours or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. More or
He's
less.
changing now
Yes.
his story. Okay, so what's your tip of the day?
Okay, my tip of today
Of
is
the day?
of the day is to see movies.
To watch movies?
To watch movies in English.
In English. Great. Either
Yeah.
with subtitles or without subtitles. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. But to start listening to different accents, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Okay.
As you know, we're going to see the vocabulary of the day, okay? 5 new words that you need to learn how to pronounce properly, okay? So let's start. First word, okay? Solaparse. Solaparse. How do you say this? Very good. To overlap. To overlap. Repeat. Very good, to overlap. Let's see if Nacho can say this word as well.
Yes, it's to overlap.
Very good, to overlap. One more time.
To overlap.
Very, very good pronunciation. The next one is viabilidad. Viabilidad. How do you say this? Very good. Viability. Viability. Repeat. Very good. Remember, moving your vocal cords. Viability. Let's see if Nacho can say this word as well.
Okay. Viability.
Very good. Viability.
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 Very good.
Okay.
Viability. Very good. Okay, the next word is peso. How do you say this? Very good. Weight. Weight. Como esperar. Es lo mismo, okay? Weight. Repeat. Very good. Now let's get Nacho to say this word as well.
Okay. Wait.
Very good. Perfect. Wait.
Yes.
Es la misma pronunciación que esperar. Okay, la siguiente palabra es apropiadamente. How do you say this? Appropriately. Appropriately. Okay, let's get Nacho to say this. Nacho is scared of this word.
Oh, yes. Very scared. Okay. Appropriately.
Very good. You
Wow.
said it
No,
right.
it's
I don't know why he was worried.
It's
okay.
true? Oh, wow.
You said it perfectly.
Thank you.
okay. And then the next word y la última ya es quitarse la ropa. ¿Cómo se dice esto? Very good. To take off. To take off. Okay, with that F sound. Okay. To take off. Repeat one more time. Very good. To take off. Let's get Nacho to say this last word.
Okay. To take off.
Very good, very good. Perfect pronunciation. I can tell, noto, I can tell that you've studied.
A lot.
A lot.
You know that.
Especially
Yes.
appropriately.
Especially that word.
Especially that word.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see the new grammar point of the day. Okay, we're going to go over this point, and before we go over this point, let me remind you. Okay, te tengo que recordar. Let me remind you that you have to answer out loud, en voz alta, ¿vale? Bueno, vamos a empezar. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Do you know what we're going to see today? Whose, okay? ¿De quién? Whose, okay? Acordaros que siempre whose, el sustantivo, the verb to be, okay? El verbo to be, y después el pronombre posesivo, ¿vale? Vamos a empezar, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to say a sentence and you have to ask me the question,
Okay.
okay? All right, so the first one. That pen is Alberto's. That pen is Alberto's.
Whose pen is that?
Very good. Whose pen is that? Whose pen is that? Repeat at home. Very good. Whose pen is that? Very good. Okay, next sentence for you at home, okay? This telephone number is mine. This telephone number is mine. Very good. Whose telephone number is this? Whose telephone number is this? Very good. The next one is for Nacho. You ready?
Yes.
These pencils are Layla's. These pencils are Layla's.
Whose that?
Whose sustantivo?
Whose pencils are that?
These.
These.
These in
whose
plural, okay? Because
pencils
these
are
pencils.
these? Okay.
Repeat one more time.
Okay. Whose pencils are that?
Plural, these.
These. Sorry.
These. Vale?
Okay.
It's okay.
Whose pencils are these?
These.
These.
Very good. One more
Okay.
time.
Whose pencils are these?
Very good. Whose pencils are these? Whose pencils are these? Repeat at home. Very good. Whose pencils are these? Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Those books are Natasha's. Those books are Natasha's. Very good. Whose books are those? Whose books are those? Very good, okay? The next one is for you, okay? This computer is theirs. This computer is theirs.
Whose computers? No,
Whose computer?
without
Yeah,
is.
so I'll
Okay.
repeat, okay? This computer is theirs.
Okay. Whose computers?
One
No,
computer.
whose computer
Is.
is this?
Very good. One more time.
Okay. Whose computer is this?
Very good. Whose computer is this? Okay, now we're going to practice this, but with a translation list, okay? I'll say the sentence in Spanish and you and Nacho in English, obviously, okay? The first one is for you, Nacho. You ready?
Yes.
¿De quién es ese libro? ¿De quién es ese libro?
Who's that book?
Whose, sustantivo, verb to be,
Ah,
pronombre
eso.
demostrativo. Entonces,
A ver, whose
libro,
whose book
book,
is
is
this?
ese libro, ese.
Ese. That.
Very good. Ahora todo junto.
Vale. Whose book is that?
Very good. Whose book is that? Very good. Esto es
Okay.
un poco confuso, ¿vale?
Sí,
Porque
un poco.
como en español el orden es diferente
Claro.
al de inglés, la gente tiende a traducir literalmente, ¿vale? Por eso lo estamos practicando
Sí,
hoy,
sí.
¿vale? Bueno, la siguiente para vosotros en casa. ¿De quién son esas camisas? ¿De quién son esas camisas? Very good. Whose shirts are those? Whose shirts are those? Very good. Okay, the next one is for you. Are you ready, Nacho?
Yeah, I'm ready.
¿De quién es este bolso? ¿De quién es
¿De quién es
este bolso?
Whose bolsa is bag?
Yeah, bag.
Whose bag is this?
Very good. One more time.
Wow. Whose bag is this?
Very good. Whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? Repeat at home. Very good. Whose bag is this? Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? ¿De quién son estas tijeras? ¿De quién son estas tijeras? Very good. Whose scissors are these? Whose scissors are these? Es complicado de pronunciar scissors, okay? Very difficult. Okay, the next one is for Nacho. You ready?
Yes.
¿De quién es esa habitación? ¿De quién es
quién es
esa
esa
habitación?
Whose bedroom
Or room.
or room is that?
Very good. One more time.
Whose bedroom is that?
Very good. Perfect. Bueno,
Oh.
muy bien hoy. Estoy muy
Thank
orgullosa
you.
de Nacho.
Ahí está ahí a los
And
10.
I'm very proud of you at home as well, okay? I'll see you next time and keep on studying. Bye.
Okay. Well, we have finished class number 70, and starting tomorrow, class 71, one by one, uno tras uno, one by one, we are slowly making progress, consolidating structure, and gaining knowledge, ability, and agility. Lo último, lo más importante, agilidad. Convertir la gramática inglesa en un aliado. Transformarlo de un enemigo a un aliado. It's extremely important. Grammar is the articulation. Entonces vamos a trabajar las articulaciones, las vértebras, os vamos a seguir inyectando médula ósea para fortalecer las vértebras, pero sobre todo articular. Para eso existen articulaciones humanas y en la gramática está lo mismo. Okay. See you tomorrow.